All right, so like as per usual, this is still about Helldivers in the beginning, so I do want to go over some patch notes. It's a little hard to see, but I'll go ahead and read it for you guys here, and then we'll go over like how everybody's feeling about those patch notes as well. Pretty much they just did a couple of fixes here and there for the gameplay, for armor passives, and stability things as well. So like I said, fixes to armor passes, various improvements in stability. CE27 Groundbreaker armor now has the engineer kit passive as previously advertised, which I believe is having more grenades if I'm not mistaken. And then they did a couple of crash fixes as well. So they fixed multiple crashes that occur in the loadout screen when other players left or joined the game, thank God. Fix multiple crashes that could occur after extraction when the mission results and rewards were shown. I hope that's true, because that was really annoying whenever we would finish it up and then I just crashed. Fixed crashes occurred when throwing back a grenade while wielding a heat-based weapon. That's a really weird specific problem to have crash your game, but I get it. Fixed crash that could occur when hosting a play session migrates to another player. That was a problem that was happening from time to time when people would just disconnect it randomly and then the whole game would crash before we got to extract. Fixed crash that would occur if too many civilians spawn. Just shoot the civilians, I guess. Fix various other crashes that could occur when deploying to mission. Fix various other crashes that could occur during gameplay. So as far as the crash fixes go, Arcanine, do you think these are some good fixes that they finally implemented? Are they doing it at a good time? Is it taking too long?
Absolutely. A lot of these crashes were things that people were constantly hitting, especially myself. The heat-based weapon with not the most recent pack, but the pack before that where you had the sickle, that was crashing for me constantly, especially when I was trying to do a bunch of the automaton missions. So that's a welcome fix. I didn't experience too many of these other ones, but I know other people have been complaining about them on the subreddits and on the Discord, so it's nice to see the changes coming down the line.
I mean, for me, a lot of those crashes I didn't see. I'm still getting weird, random crashes. I mean, since they've sent out these fixes, I've still sent in 2 more crash reports, because for some reason I'm just good at finding them. I don't know what I do, it just crashes sometimes. So, whatever it is, hopefully they know.
I am excited about the first 2. Because crashing when people come in or go out, and then I've spent 40 minutes running around killing things and having it crash right after extraction.
Yeah.
That's frustrating. So I'm 100%. Excited about that. Then I don't have to sit there and go, oh please work, oh please work, oh please work.
That's literally like the greatest thing that they could have done, was fix that. For sure. I agree with you, Dragon. No, I totally agree with Dragon. I think that should have been the first thing that was jumped on right away. Especially it happened to us. You know, we got through the whole entire mission. Actually, it happened to me and you, Monarch, too.
Oh yeah, no, it happened to me multiple times outside of just that, even when doing solo.
Yeah, constantly. It's good to see them actually doing things though, unlike a couple of other communities, or not communities, sorry, companies with other games. Not doing those things, you know. Oh God, he's got on the purple Doughboy cap now.
Yeah, dude,
it's time to cook. Let him cook.
Yeah, let him bake, dude. You gotta have the purple Doughboy hat. Is that they fixed an issue that resulted in different damage being dealt enemies between PC and console players. I didn't even know that was an issue.
Neither did I.
It absolutely was an issue.
Holy shit! God damn, that's crazy.
Always knows.
Was it more or less from PC?
I think
PCs were dealing more tick damage and more on shot damage than consoles. Consoles, when they were using stratagems, were hitting harder than the PC players. So it was a push and shove.
Broken. Yeah, that's a little bit broken.
Oh shit, that's annoying. Oh my God, I knew
that makes a lot of sense.
I heard a rumor about them talking about how consoles players might have had certain like a little bit easier of a time on higher levels because of spawning. Like if somebody hosted on a console, not as many bugs would spawn for the console compared to the PC. So I knew that was an issue.
Yeah, we talked about that too. the other day, like dropping in. I was complaining about it. I was like, damn, there's so many fucking people here. Like, we just got here for an eradication mission, and there's like a whole army.
Yeah, dude. The fucking early automaton missions were fucking rough. Now, besides that, we got red boxes in defense missions are no longer visible, and major orders should now properly display text.
Wait, so they turned off aimbot? Is that what you're saying?
I guess, dude. Red boxes. Red boxes
exactly
in defense
where I
missions. I don't know what that was. Like,
I've never seen that.
I've never seen that either. I mean, like, they always had the text display issues here and there.
Oh, that's true. Dude,
Okay. All right. Other than that, we have a plethora of known issues.
As always.
As always, honestly, like there's every time I talk about this, there's definitely a lot more than what they could show here. I just hope that they actually get to it. One statement that I did see earlier today, made by one of the, I think it was either the developer or the CEO. But pretty much for them to stay relevant, they have to. We talked about this last night too, Monarch. They have to release new content and fix their problems. Whereas we just want them to fix their problems, but they have to release content at the same time to stay relevant. That's and that Joel. I know they have
Joel. Fuck Joel.
Hey, no. I mean, Joel does need to get fucked so he can stop getting so mad at us. Like,
yeah, that's where I was going with it. Like 100%.
Somebody please give that man some love.
Give him a sock at least.
With all that stuff being said, though, is there any other comments or anything that we want to go over for the patch notes? Any?
No, the patch notes look good, dude. I think they looked well. I agree with Dragon.
Yeah, they were solid this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think they're actually listening to us like fully, as you know.
Oh,
Some of
no.
the other games are not.
Personally, I still think the Groundbreaker should have gotten fire resist and not engineer kit, but that's just a personal thing.
yeah, there's a lot of missing fire resistant stuff. Hopefully, with the next word round stuff, they finally like give us something. But we talked
I'd
about
just
this
be
a
having
lot
trouble
last time.
making it. Yeah.
They might be just running into issues with trying to have some type of fire resistance, and you know, when it comes to back end
Exactly.
coding for games and stuff, there's a lot that has to be done, because if you do fix one thing, you can actually, it's a house of cards, like things can be fucking come
Fair.
down.
Fair,
So,
totally fair.
Yeah, so like I get why it happens. Other than that, I mean, we're still waiting on the Illuminati or the Illuminate to finally come through. I can't wait for those guys to come through. The other weird thing that I did see online, just briefly, because people do a lot of data file digging and find like a lot of cool shit, is that we already know the automatons kind of like dig through humans and pull out the brains and put them into other automatons.
Excuse you?
Yeah, and
Sorry.
you're perfectly fine, Dragon. I think he was saying "excuse you" to me.
I was saying it. I was talking to Purple. 100%. I was not talking to you, Dragon. Absolutely not.
So
I was talking about the brains being pulled out and reconstructed and installed into an automaton.
yeah, that's one of the things that has been like a quote unquote proven theory. But other than that, there has been reports about people being on other planets that are ruled by automatons and seeing dead bugs, and those are also ripped apart too. And some of the horrifying shit that was pulled up through those files was basically automaton bug hybrids.
Yeah, I saw some stuff
Yeah.
on that, man.
Oh hell no!
Yeah.
Some of it has been leaked that it might have something to do with some of the tremoring too.
Oh my god, dude, that'd be fucking
Yeah.
nightmarish. Yeah, like I'm ready for the Illuminates. I'm not ready for hybrids.
I'm
They
not
better
ready
not
for
bring in an
hybrids.
automaton Biostrider.
Dude.
It won't be a Biostrider. It'll be worse. It'll be what creates the tremors,
Well,
So
other
basically, one of
that
the
kind of thing.
not the AT-ATs, but the
Striders.
the AT-ATs, the big ones.
No.
Walker, Navigator?
Imagine a robot bug that can swim through the earth.
so imagine a
Sandworm.
Biotitan. We'll talk about the sandworm in a second. So basically, Dragon, imagine this walker thing that you're seeing here, but with like I think like 6 legs in the shape of a Biotitan, was one of the images that were like leaked. So it was like this
Yeah.
weird hybrid monstrosity of a robot and a bug put together, and it was just supposed to be huge, like this
That's just
walker.
wrong.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah, everything that they're doing is pretty much going to be
But
wrong.
the going through the ground thing, that's a bullet. It's
Yeah.
from BG3.
Yeah, exactly. Arcanite put the picture in there, and like, yeah, so it's bigger than what I said. It was.
Yeah, it's massive.
It's fucking horrifying, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna have a fantastic time.
Hopefully by then we'll actually like have tanks and actual vehicles other than the mechs. So
That's
hopefully.
something I've been wondering about. Like, I haven't seen anything on that. I haven't really dived down that rabbit hole yet either. But are we going? Is that something that's looked like it's coming?
It is something that looks like it's coming later on.
You know what? Anything that is being leaked or that doesn't come directly from Arrow, you just need to ignore in general, because they're going to deny because they want a surprise, and so do we. You know what I mean?
If we want to talk on leaks, there has been a lot going on in the past week. If we want to get into that,
Yeah, let's go ahead.
a bunch of images and everything else. I would love to post in the chat that we got up here.
Yep.
Like you said, there's been a bunch of data mining in this game because because it's a live service game. They got to put the code into the game early so that it's there and ready to roll out when they decide to drop it. There's been a couple leaks. One of them is a new medic backpack, supply backpack. So it's stims essentially.
Dude, that'd be fucking sick.
Doesn't it though? Doesn't
Yeah.
it sound sick?
300-second cooldown time, 5-second call-in time, unlimited uses. It's basically like the ammo pack. It gives you full refill 4 times.
Oh my god.
Nice.
That sounds epic.
Yeah, and if we want to talk about new enemy types, the automaton's got a lot coming down the barrel here. They data mined a bunch of new tank variants, including a barrager tank and a decimator tank.
Oh fuck! Those both sound
That
very
sounds-
scary, dude.
That sounds
Yeah, so-
ridiculous.
They found a model for the barrager tank. I'm gonna put it in the chat here.
Yeah, just drop all of them in there for us, and as you go over them, we can pull them up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Oh my
That's-
god.
Yeah. So that's that is if you guys have ever seen those Russian rocket trucks, it's essentially that in tank form.
You
Which
just put the
is
image behind your head purple.
Oh yeah, that sounds amazing.
yeah.
So, I'm so excited for that.
Yeah,
I
you sound
cannot
excited, buddy.
wait. I can't wait to have to go hell dive.
And then
Oh yay!
on the Illuminate front,
Oh.
we got a little bit of stuff dropping here. We got the new warp gate, which the file is uploading right now, which seems to be what's going on for the new bug hole for the Illuminate. So
Wait, run that back. You said the new bug hole?
it's essentially like the fabricator or the bug hole for
Oh, got it.
The
Okay,
Illuminates.
like the breach for them to come
Oh,
in.
it's a
dude, I
breach.
fucking love it. The Stargate, brother.
That's so pretty,
Oh,
yeah.
it
dude.
is
Oh.
100% a Stargate.
So my question on that part, right? As you're uploading the next, set of files, my question on that is that going to also teleport in before they actually come through it,
I
or is it going to be
Well,
like
tell ya?
or are they going to use that for like the outposts, kind of like the bugs, or is it going to be like the breaches where they could spawn out of fucking thin air?
It shimmers in view.
Yeah.
I'm
Front half
going
of
to
it
assume
spits out
Is it going to
electricity.
shimmer out of my ass and then just dump
Jesus
illumies on me? Like what
Poor
the fuck?
Dragon's like trying to quote Stargate, and you're over here like it's gonna shimmer out of my ass. Like,
Dude, bro, fucking come on, man.
I'm
Alright,
going
man.
to make an assumption here that these are going to be on planets specifically with the Illuminate, of course, and
Oh,
there's
really?
going to
Okay.
be like a mothership of some sort that is dropping
Oh.
these down.
So like an
For the-
outpost. That'll be like an outpost.
Essentially, yeah.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
And
Alright.
then we have a new rendering of the Illuminate as well.
Oh yay! I'm so
This is the
excited.
Illuminate Magnus.
I'm so excited, bro. Like,
Monarch had something to say really quick though. What were you trying to say, buddy?
Honestly, what I'm hoping they do with the Illuminate is they make the Illuminate and the way they spawn and the way you encounter them, like the middle ground between the automatons and the bugs. So it's similar to a bug hole where it can be dropped, like you're saying, from the mothership, but you also can just find them like fabricators.
that's what I'm
And
saying.
it's not like they're in swarms, it's just one large one.
Well, that's what I was saying. Is like, oh, that's a good image right there too.
It is. Space
That's what I was
Marine.
saying, Monarch, was like if how is it gonna work? Is it gonna like activate like an outpost, either like the factory or like the bug hole, or is it gonna be like where they come up out of the ground?
I
You know
hope
what I mean?
it's.
Like,
I hope they.
will it spawn
I hope
in,
they
or
manage
will it be
or try to make it like the middle ground between the two.
I want
So
it to be
it's-
predetermined with that, and then they can like beam me up, Scotty. These dudes right onto the ground. You know what I mean? Like that would be fine too, having both ways. But I was just curious what their implementation of that would be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because that's going to be one specific thing. They won't use that for both. There's no way. Like, it just wouldn't make sense. But as
And
long as,
then-
and it looks like they can fucking float too.
Oh yeah, they're
That's sick.
They took such a good inspiration from the first game and really upped the rendering on these guys. For 2 seconds, I'm gonna jump.
Shit in my pants.
I'm gonna jump back to the bots. As you guys all know,
100%.
the bots came back and we defeated the little scouting party, and now they're coming back in force.
Oh, dude.
So-
yeah. Are you excited about that? I actually am.
Absolutely, especially when it comes to the Cyberstand lore and everything else.
Yeah, I'm excited for this full scale fight.
So with the full-scale fight, of course, you're going to need troop movement. Troop movement is a big thing, and they found the rendering for the new bot transport ship.
Oh,
for
hell yes.
oh my
Hell
god.
for ship at the bottom
Hell-
for reference.
Hell yes. Hell yeah. Oh, I am pumped
Oh,
right
that's
now.
sick.
Badass. Oh, question, Arcanite.
What's up?
So we're gonna see. We're definitely gonna see this. I wonder if they're gonna sit like code in the ships to be firing at each other. Like it's not gonna destroy any, or like random ships destroying random ships kind of thing in the background when you're on your ship or like on the planet looking up. But I wonder if they're gonna do that. That would be epic.
Oh, there's absolutely gotta be.
Well, we already see the ships doing stuff up in the air already, for the most part, because your ships are there while you're on the ground, and like where they're at actually matters where shit's getting launched. So
Right.
it'll be interesting to see these freighters actually fight each other.
Mm,
And I think it'll add like a lot more urgency to
depth.
and depth to the missions. Honestly, trying to get away from that fucking that. Look how tiny our fucking dildo ship is compared to that massive fucking
Dildo
dragon.com.
I love that name.
Yeah, we can lay the. You know what I mean?
That's a bad
And
dragon
then-
fucking ship compared to like
We're gonna
a tiny
give that thing
dildo
some-
that you get on fucking Adam and Eve, dude.
Bro,
Like,
we're gonna
Jesus
fuck the
Christ.
democracy into that shit, bro. It's aggressive. I love
It's
it.
like the difference between the Super Star
And then-
Destroyer and a regular Star Destroyer.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And then here for the last leak of the week, we have the new new possible automaton objective, which is a heavy artillery emplacement.
Dude, I need Monarch, I need you and Arcanite to explain to me this new. Oh my fuck, dude, that's gonna fuck.
So in comparison,
Oh,
that is the
shit.
new gunship to the left of it. That way you guys get a little bit of a size comparison for the model size.
That's gonna fuck. Like
What were you
no
saying?
condom. Yeah. So
Yeah.
before I was, my I puckered so aggressively, looking at that. Yeah, I would like for you and Arcanite to kind of explain this shield mission that I've been hearing about. There's like some shield generator mission with the automatons that I have not seen yet. I've been hearing something about it.
You're talking about
There's
this?
some. Yeah.
I'm trying to think about it one moment.
Is it a defense mission? I don't know.
I know there's new defense missions for it. Yes.
What is? Can you explain a bit of like what that
I don't
is?
know if I had a
actually
chance
don't
to
know.
do it because I haven't done any defense. I just know of it.
Okay.
So
Maybe
I'm
you
about where
have
you are.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything in regards to
Jay.
a shield mission.
Is it defend the?
Thank you for being
Is
here.
it the high value
Thank you
target
for
one?
reading that.
Yeah.
Or Bastion Defense?
I
So
think
how the new high value
giant
target
horse
win
cock
is the
weighs
latest
over
mission I'm
11
aware of,
pounds.
and that is essentially from a lore perspective, you are evacuating the Helldivers that have been in cryo freezing since essentially the first game timeline.
holy shit.
Yeah,
that's
I
a-
had done one of those.
normal one, right? That's the one where we drop
have
in
not.
and we're like defending while we're constantly hitting the buttons and they're running out.
No,
Which is
that's the
happening.
scientists.
Oh, so okay, so I haven't done this one yet. That's the one I was wondering about.
I have done it one high value target. It was I've done it once. I don't really remember
I
much. To
remember
me it wasn't too
Whatever.
memorable.
Nice car.
I fucking love you, Imperfecta. But yeah, so how was the high value target done, Monarch? If you don't mind explaining it.
To me, it wasn't very memorable, so I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I did one once, and my game crashed randomly halfway through.
Well, if you get through another one in the next 2 days, please, for the love of gods, let us know. Because
I will happily,
yeah.
if I find one, I will let both of you know, and both of you can have the chance to drop in with me.
Or just give us a heads up so we fucking, or like let us know what happened during the mission so we can get an idea.
I'll do either
Yeah.
or.
Good luck
It's
on that.
essentially like a wave type of mission. So survive.
All right.
If you've ever played the Call of Duties or anything else, you just get the survive objective, and you have to survive waves and waves. While these launch ships, essentially with the old cryo-frozen Helldivers, get prepared to launch.
Oh yeah.
So you're essentially defending an area for a certain
so
amount of time.
so it's Reach.
Yeah.
All over.
It's Reach.
It's Reach.
Yeah.
It's fucking Reach. Sounds epic. Dude, speaking of Reach, also, actually, before we even do that, Purple, can you give him that fucking update on the updates? Because he's talking about the latency issues. I think we covered that.
Oh, so they didn't go over latency issues. They just went over a lot of crashing issues.
Yeah.
But
one of them being,
one of them being like when you're trying to leave, like it would randomly crash. So I touched base on this a little bit earlier on in the stream here, but basically they had to try and stay relevant, right? They have to release new stuff alongside trying to fix stuff. So that's why it feels, because they're trying to stay relevant, and they're doing a good job.
they are.
And so like we're gonna run into this like butting head situation where I'm gonna I'm greedy, so I'll be like, I want this fixed now, but it's not gonna fucking happen. So it's gonna take some time. But they did fix a lot of multiple crash issues that occurred with the loadout screen and when other players left or joined the game, as Dragon is describing in the chat. So they are working on stuff. They just have to release stuff as well as working on it. So
yeah. But as far as Reach goes,
yeah,
brother, we spoke about this before. It would be epic to have a situation where if you get left behind, you're not dead, but the ship took off with everybody else, you fucking fight it out until you're dead.
Right.
Absolutely. You're not just gonna
that
fade
would be-
into darkness.
That would be epic.
So
Even
there
if it's
was
like
a-
for like 10 seconds. Like, it doesn't matter.
There was a bug that made that happen though. Earlier on in the game, where like if people left without you,
Level 6-5.
and like somebody threw you down right before the ship took off, you would be left alone and you'd be fighting shit. I don't
Actually,
know.
that does still
I
exist.
want them.
Yeah.
I managed to achieve it, Purple, at one of the runs we did last night.
Oh yeah.
One of the Eradicate runs. You
Mhm.
called me in, and then you hopped on the ship. And then I couldn't move my camera or my character, but I could still fire and dodge.
Right.
But I couldn't walk, and I couldn't turn my camera.
Yeah, they need to implement that as like an addition.
I
like a
threw down
bonus
a 500
objective.
kilo, and then the mission ended.
They need to add that as a bonus objective. That would be
cool.
badass. Now, I don't think they should do that until they fully finished where they wanted to be in the game. Then release that. Like, that would be so fucking cool. I'm also sitting here watching this right now. They just dropped in that walker, and
Oh yeah, that happened.
that was cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This,
they fly now.
they just
that's
fly
not
them in
okay.
now and drop them on you, dude.
No.
It's
See me
crazy.
hop over.
No. That I'm assuming that's on Helldive.
No, they
yeah.
can
No.
actually start dropping in on that difficulty level 4 now.
We're at level 5 on this mission, if I remember correct.
No, this is
Okay.
level 7. We didn't fuck around with 5 until your friend came through. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
This is inappropriate touching of my pee hole.
Yeah.
I love how that guy just flew in with a jetpack and has no idea that they just flew in a fucking walker on his own personal jetpack. Like, while y'all are
Yeah, dude.
extracting, that's bro. Okay, yeah,
think
no,
that-
I
think they'll fix more
love.
sh- or
I
break more stuff than they're
love
trying to
this game.
fix to try and do that
I
stuff.
fucking, dude,
I love
I
this
fucking
game,
love
too.
this game.
Any so before we try and move on to something else here, so because we've gotten through a lot of Helldivers so
yeah.
far, we're at like about 40 minutes here into the conversation. Is there any other leak stuff that you want to go over, Arcanite, really quick before we head on over to talking about some other gaming things?
No, we'll touch base again next week because this
Okay.
is the last week worth of leaks. So as
Yeah.
you can see, there's always more stuff to be uncovered, and I'm sure
yeah.
there'll be a
We-
big update for next time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude,
Okay.
I'm stoked for it.
Perfect.
The giant horse cock weighs over 11
okay,
pounds.
Let's go ahead and what was next on our list here? Let me go.
Fallout 4, baby.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
All right.
Yeah,
so
the
let me.
Fallout Resurgence.
The Fallout
Uh,
Resurgence. I fucking love it.
I will literally shit in a sock and beat you with it. No.
So,
Nice.
with the
I know
new
nothing about.
with the new movie that came out, Fallout has definitely had a resurgence, and it is fucking amazing. Hold on, that's Titanfall. Give me a second to
I
find
cannot.
some-
Okay, I'm mixed feelings about that shit. I've been hit up by so many people like, "Oh, you're playing Fallout because of the show?" No, I've been a Fallout fan since Fallout 1. Like, it's
Yes,
just so
but
happens that
also-
everybody's asking me to play it, and now I'm playing it. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I'm not playing it because of the fucking show. I'm playing it because you asked me to. And they're like, "Oh, that's cool." And I'm like, "Yeah, but you're not there." So, like, you know.
It
But the show
definitely
was
relit the
great.
fire, though. Let's be completely honest here. That show was well done.
It was
And-
good, but it did not relit my Fallout 4 fire or anything. Honestly, all it did
it
was
really
like
might.
it grabbed my heart and made me a little sad. I'll be honest with you, because I think Bethesda could be putting their efforts towards another Fallout game to just kind of eliminate the fact that Fallout 76 existed when it did. I know that they're making it better and things, blah blah blah, whatever, but they could definitely bring in another Fallout game because Fallout 4 was not the end. So, you know what I mean? But with the updates, they are focusing where they should have been focusing like 3-4 fucking years ago. They fixed a lot of the major crashes that were going on between on console, that they haven't touched in years. I think that's incredibly good. There's a lot of quest bugs that are being being repaired. There's a lot of pathing issues that are also being replaced that I didn't see on the patch notes, but they did release in one of their like release notes or whatever. That just got fixed prior to this update. There is a lot of upcoming, they're calling it content. It's not really content, more than skins and like looking cool stuff. It's basically like a oh gosh, it's cosmetic stuff is what they're releasing.
Yeah.
And it's coming in through the what's it called, the creator
The workshop, Steam
yeah, the
Workshop.
creator. Yeah. Well, no, console. They're
Creation
releasing
Club.
Creation Club.
Creation
There you
Club.
really,
They're
really
releasing
quick.
it
I like
Creation
how
Club.
Dragon said it.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're padding the game in a stalling action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
It's
what
gonna
did you
be
want
weird,
to?
man.
What did you want to say, Monarch? I'm sorry.
I want to say the show kind of relit my fire for Fallout 4 enough to go ahead and purchase Fallout 4 VR, and then I was disappointed, and that kind of doused the fire because Fallout
I
4
wish you
VR
would have talked to
is
me before you did that.
so bad.
Because the minute you did and you messaged me, I told you, I was like, just don't get your, you know what I mean? Don't get your hopes up. Don't let your heart get broke, because it's not what
It was
I
on
feel like
sale.
Fallout
That's
VR
the
doesn't
only
work
reason I
that
got
way.
it.
They hype. I mean, which is fair, and you got it for a good price, which is fine. But dude, it's
I
it's
shouldn't have
not
gotten
what they
hyped
were
for
saying.
it.
It's not what they were saying in the beginning when they released it in the first place. It's not what they were saying. But I mean, it's still not bad. It's still kind of cool and interactive. It's cool, but
My best descriptor for it is a game that had VR slapped on top, not VR integrated with it.
no, yeah, you're playing Fallout 4 on a console, but you're doing it with your hands instead of your mouse and keyboard. That's all it is. It still feels like you're playing it normally. It's weird. But yeah, the fixes are cool. The PC bug fixes are not so drastic, but they are working on a lot of the ones that are, honestly, if you do anything in the modding community, the fixes are actually catered towards that, because like something we talked about before with Arcanite is the London mod pack release that they're doing, the overhaul. It's the unofficial DLC from the modding community that they loved so much that they decided to just, you know what I mean, kind of grab ownership on, which there was a whole fucking thing on that too legally. on the side that happened. But it is going to be coming in another month. I think you said Arcanite.
Yeah, so Team Fulon, which is the indie studio that's really behind Fallout London, did recently announce that they're delaying their April 23rd release date just because of all the new stuff that's coming out with the new bug patches. They don't know how things are going to work. It is calling it a mod is
That's why I said it's an
extremely-
unofficial DLC. Yeah.
It is a 40 gigabyte DLC.
Yeah. It's
massive. It's a new game.
Yeah, it's kind of like, what was that? Do you remember that mod? It was a total conversion mod. It was a wasteland. It was something wasteland. It was like everything was like white out too. It was crazy. Like being on the surface caused you damage. There was an additional underground tunneling and like sewer systems, and you could use the subway systems and shit. And everybody lived underground. Do you remember that mod? I don't know if anybody played that mod.
just
I
sounds
might
like
be
Metro.
more of a Fallout nerd than everybody else here. But there was a
Right.
massive mod. It was 28 gigabytes. It was the biggest mod we'd ever had in the Fallout series. And what it did was it basically was like, stay the fuck inside because everything outside is excessively radiated. So, yeah, it was cool as fuck. But I think, and this London one is interesting because, honestly, Bethesda, you could have just made another fucking game. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, you could have just fucking made another game. Like,
Might be the biggest Fallout nerd here.
yeah, I'm pretty sure I am.
He wears.
So
that
yeah,
crown
on the
pretty-
release date kind of thing, we're looking at about a month. They said that depending on compatibility, because of course they don't know what's really happening with the update yet.
Exactly.
Depending on compatibility, it could be as short as like a couple days, but they're giving themselves like a month so that they can properly vet it, which is
correct.
fantastic.
Yeah, because I mean, unlike
I
I keep
appreciate
going
that.
back to, unlike Bethesda, they actually give a shit about what content they're pumping out into the game, so they are going to take the time that they need. It could be more than a month too, like, you know what I mean. But again, it's just it's Fallout, man. Like, I'm excited to see it. We're gonna keep playing this Brotherhood thing. Hopefully, it does take a month, and I can get through this whole Brotherhood playlist. You know what I mean, or play through, and then fucking. Once I'm done with it, I can come back and touch the London mod, and you know what I mean? That would be kind of sick.
So yeah, just
Absolutely.
to quickly summarize the next gen upgrade, pretty much we're going to be seeing on the 25th coming up here in about a week or so. It's going to be set to launch a slew of enhancements, new content. There's going to be coming out for, I believe, Xbox, pretty much all the next gen consoles,
PlayStation and
PlayStation 4, and I guess PlayStation 5, and also
Yes.
for PC too. We're going to be seeing technical enhancements, upgrade harnesses, advanced capabilities of PS5, Xbox Series, and offering performance mode and quality mode settings, stability enhancements, and fixes. Players can anticipate smoother gameplay with up to 60 frames per second and heightened resolutions as well. The new content additions are going to be basically Fallout update introduced fresh new content, including the Enclave Remnants expansion. The story
If you can touch on that.
the Enclave into the game through the new quests, which is Echoes of the Past, accompanied by Enclave themed gear and weaponry. So you're going to get new gear, new weapons based off of the Enclave. We're also going to be seeing.
Hell, actually, if you look at it, the way they said the Enclave stuff, what they basically meant was that they were going to implement a couple of different AI's equipment, so that you have access to it, of course. But there is something in there that's interesting. They're adding in a colonel's uniform for the Enclave, which kind of leads me to believe, like, when you get into the Enclave thing, you're going to go through like a whole Enclave play in and of itself. A whole story through the Enclave in and of itself, which means it'll be a minor DLC, like just a story campaign or whatever. But it kind of screams at me that they're bringing it in from the show. They're tying the show back into Fallout 4, which I think is funny because, like, a lot of the updates and everything that we just went through, which are, you know, the majority of the major ones that are coming out of it. The way Bethesda's always done things, they've released little things like this, and then what they've done is they've released the next game, including those major things. So I'm wondering if the show, we had it wrong the way we were looking at it, You know what I mean? And Bethesda's got something cooking up in the background.
I hope they do, but honestly, like modern day Bethesda is not exciting me anymore because of what I've seen recently and how much. Now, like, look, I understand people really love Bethesda games. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying they all suck. I'm just saying that I expect a little bit more from a company that's been doing this for a long time.
From a AAA company.
What's been going on most of the time is they're heavily relying on the modders to make their games better, which is fine because modding communities are fantastic and it's really cool to see all the crazy cool stuff, but it should be an addition, not something that they heavily rely on to make the game just better like they should have done in the first place. That's just my view.
Correct. That's what I was saying.
So like this new London thing, this should have just been done by fucking Bethesda. But no,
100%.
I'm glad that it's being done by another team because that means like the people that are doing it have a passion for this, obviously, because they're probably not going to get paid out of this.
So they are.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Yes, that's what I was saying with the whole legal thing. They are. They were gifted certain things and paid a small amount for the work that they did, and they were allowed certain access to certain things so that they could do the things that they were doing because it is a full total conversion mod.
Yeah, they're also going to get a little bit of revenue from ads and everything else and download links.
Correct.
And
Also
download links and stuff like that. So they're going to get a little bit of compensation, but
Correct.
honestly, for the amount of work that they're putting into this game, they're not going to get near what they deserve.
Nah, it's definitely not what they deserve. But then again, like it's just like what he just said. Bethesda has been dropping the ball for a long time. 76 happened and they dropped the ball, and it hasn't stopped since. And they really need to get it straight, or they're gonna lose out on probably one of the greatest franchises that's, you know what I mean, been on a console or on the PC. And it's happened to every single fucking franchise we've had come out in gaming. So it's just, I hope to see. Getting through this one or getting through this game that we're talking about, I hope to see Bethesda turn a new leaf after this show has been fully released and they recognize that with the new player base coming in with London and all these things and them actually advertising this mod for the game. I hope we actually see a new game. I hope they leave it where it is. And yes, there are issues, but you can fix the issues with mods because the modding community did not give up. And I hope what they do is they make the next game everything that the original vision of this game was going to be after when they made Fallout 3. That's what I want to see. I want to see that mentality from that team happen again and make a Fallout 5.
Shit's gonna be fucking fire. It looks so good.
Yeah,
this all looks amazing.
I would really love to see that. So what we have DC, we have Vegas, we have Boston, we have the Commonwealth. What would we like to see as far as the next Fallout? Oh, and we got London, which is basically the Commonwealth just reskinned into an incredibly new game.
So go ahead.
Did we ever find out? Oh, we're assuming that all the bombs came from Russia, right?
So
no, there's a mix of China too.
There's a mix of China. Some people say Vault-Tec did it.
Well, did you play Fallout 3?
No.
Did anybody here? Okay. So do you remember in Fallout 3, the big thing was that it was Chinese, right? And then New Vegas with the DLC that they had where we were like exploring that whole fucking thing, there was like they were hinting towards Russian influence as well. So Fallout New Vegas was garbage.
Okay. Goddamn. Shut the fuck up. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for holding on. I know ads are annoying, but we got to do them to make a little bit of scratch on the side because I have no job. But anyway, besides that, going for Fallout 4, talk about 76 really quick. I just want to touch base on 76. I enjoy it a lot. It is a lot of fun.
You know what?
It is an online Fallout game, and it is on sale right now for very cheap. So if you did want to try it, go give it a shot.
Purple. What day? What day? Pick a day.
Fucking tomorrow? I don't know.
Tomorrow?
We're moving on to
Okay,
76
fine.
now.
Tomorrow. So tomorrow are we playing Fallout 76 then? I'll play it with you.
Okay.
I'll come back and revisit. You can walk me through it. I'll do it with fresh eyes.
What time?
Whatever
most
you want,
likely,
Purple.
most likely 6 around my time is when I usually do the streaming. But if
No,
you
yeah,
wanna
you're
do it
fine.
earlier,
Just
we can.
DM,
But,
me ahead of time, and me and you will just fucking link up, and you can
Hey,
walk me through
count
it
me
and
in
let
as well.
see how I feel.
Yeah,
If I'm not
Monarch-
busy, I'll join as well.
yeah. Monarch's been wanting to play that with me too, so we'll play with him also. And then, when are we spreading democracy, brother? I don't know, bro. Hopefully tonight if we can get through this part, but we'll see. Besides that, though, just getting back into 76, just really quick, I just want to talk about it. It is a really fun game. It's online Fallout. That's literally what it is. It has a season pass. You can spend money on it if you want to, but you don't really need to. The camping system is a lot of fun because you're able to make portable settlements. If you make a building really quick, you can move your camp somewhere else and that building will be saved. The shooting in the game is a lot more active. It's not like the VATS and the other Fallouts where it freezes time or slows down time, so it just makes it so that way you don't have to aim. And they added a lot more NPCs and a lot more girth to the stories to actually make it feel like an actual Fallout game compared to what it was before. It does have instances as well where basically like you and your partner go in and talk to these people and you won't get touched by anybody else. You do have the option to stay in pacifist mode, and then there is another option to play just offline in general, so you don't have to worry about it. It seems the community has gotten a lot better compared to what it used to be when everybody was attacking you. I played for hours and I didn't even get attacked once. There was multiple opportunities for somebody to kill me and they just didn't do it. So with all that being said, if you do like Fallout and you want a newer game experience, I do recommend 76 now in the state that it's in. And then Monarch, I want you to kind of like follow up with that because you do have a little bit more experience with the Fallout 76.
Yes.
So if anything to add, please add now.
You mentioned the community. Honestly, the current community is very welcoming. I mean, I'm going to include myself as part of it, even though I haven't played in a while, but I do have, I think, almost 100 hours in it just because I enjoyed it a lot when I did play it a bunch. You meet a high-level player, your first reaction should be like, wave at them, and about 70% of the time, the high-level player will just start dropping shit for you. You're like, hi, nice to meet you, and they go, here's purified water, here's ammo, here's a gun or two, because they're trying to clean out their inventory, and they're like, let's help new players and clean out our inventory. Why not? Two birds, one stone. And I'm guilty of that myself. I'm like, I don't need all this. Hey, where's the nearest new player I can just drop crap off with?
That reminded me too. They have a shop in your camp now where you sell your junk shit. So basically, you can make money off of stuff that you just found and you don't need anymore, and somebody can come by and buy it from you. So
and if that's too slow, like I said, just find a new player, drop off crap.
Really
They'll take
cool.
Yeah. So they have definitely overworked the hell out of that game. It had a very No Man's Sky launch, in my opinion, where they would just promise too much and they didn't deliver enough. And then they made it a lot better as time went on. And this is kind of like a project that they were just like, oh, we're sorry we fucked up, but here you go. We're just adding more. There's no DLC that you really have to purchase. You can get it for $19 with the DLC thing or whatever, but you don't even need that. So like the base game is like, I think like $7-8 or whatever. It's pretty fucking cheap right now. So if you do, again, if you guys are actually watching and paying attention, definitely check it out on Steam and just get that new game experience with Fallout 76. Or you could go back and play Fallout 4. If you haven't played any of the Fallout series, I do recommend starting at least 3 and 4 and then kind of going backwards. Okay, so we have Gray Zone. This game looks pretty cool. The only thing that I have an issue with is like I like muzzle flashes, but there's like barely any. But it does look like a lot of fun to play with your friends. It's definitely going to be another like milsim kind of game in my opinion, but just look how fucking beautiful it is.
It's gonna be something, man.
Yeah,
it gives Arma vibes the entire way for the military realism.
Have you seen? Okay, I don't know. There's an individual that put a video out on YouTube about this. He did get to play prior to the open beta and everything else with the devs in there with him, and he gave them their true, honest opinion. The FOV for this game, I have not seen an FOV to this scale for this scale of a map. It is, you can damn near see the majority of the map, and the grass and things actually, you'll see it coming up here in the video that he's showing currently. It's ridiculous. Like, you can hide in the grass from people and they won't see you at distance, like field of view.
Okay, I want to make sure I understood right.
or sorry, yeah, but like the
View
FOV,
distance,
the way they
render
did it, yeah, the render distance and everything that comes with what you're seeing is ridiculous. Like that's all grass out there, that's rendered in.
My
So if
computer's
someone's
gonna
laying out there, they
scream.
can't see it. It is insane. Yeah, if you don't have a real rig, you're probably not going to be able to play this game. Like this,
And
is
they
gonna-
are flying at speed, and it's rendering
they
that
are.
well.
and that's how you're going to infill and exfil. And the base that they came in at or started at is actually where your entire faction will start. And there's 3 factions. Each of them is player based. They're different factions. They work for different people, which means they are hostile and they're amber, right? They're not red. They're amber. They're not necessarily enemies unless they decide to fire, right?
Neutral.
Yeah, until you've both made your decisions. But friendly fire is the thing in this game too. I was talking to Purple about this. There is going to be a major issue with this game, the looting. Because if your buddy's got better shit than you, and you kill them and take their shit,
Oh god.
that's entirely possible. Currently, there's a lot of issues that they're gonna have to go through. There's a lot of issues of like, okay, well, if I see a helicopter flying in, I can just set up an ambush and then take them down. Yeah, you can. So
Yeah, it's
there's
gonna
gonna
turn
be a lot of
gorilla
things.
fast.
It's gonna go gorilla almost immediately, and no one's gonna care about the AI because the AI right now are worse than Fallout 3 AI.
Damn. Okay.
They are very paper mache and everything, man. They're weak. But it's good. It's also alpha, so like I'm just saying like there's a lot of things that are coming. You know what I mean?
God, I'm so mesmerized by the maps. But yeah, even the interactions with the bushes and everything, it looks really good. I don't know if it's going to be streamable on day one, but I'll try and record what I can and put it onto YouTube for people to watch. And once this game does come out or we get access to it, we're going to try our best to get as much content as we can for it. The overall
yeah.
look and feel in the game does look really good. It does remind me a little bit of Arma. I never
Except
played
for the
Arma,
fact that
but
there are
watched people
missions.
play.
Yeah.
And there's gonna
Yeah.
be missions as well. So it does look like a really good game. I think we're gonna have fun with it. I am excited to see these new types of games come out that aren't just like another Call of Duty clone. Don't get me wrong, Call of Duty's fun and all, but like literally just stop making clones of them for like a couple years, please, for love of God, so we can just get some new shit.
The new ones. Yeah.
We talked about the new one last time. Yeah. I know how you feel about the new one.
It's gonna be weird. It's gonna
Yeah.
be weird. But no,
yeah.
this thing's crazy. There's the faction missions are interesting. You know,
Yeah.
it's gonna be cool.
Jesus, they lit them the fuck up. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's gonna be so like what they're doing now, right? They're engaging AIs in the video footage that you're showing right now. The AIs, once they take them down, they can loot their bodies and everything else like that. But there's specific things that they're trying to do. So you're gonna have missions, like you'll take on a mission or a contract. You'll take on a contract with your team, and you can go do that contract and blah blah blah. But there's other people within your coalition that are also doing their own contracts. And the other groups are doing their own contracts. So it's like there's a ton of stuff that's going to be going on all at once. So you may or may not have the same shit as other people. You might just be doing your own thing. You might be doing the same thing as a couple other people, and now you got to fight for that. You know what I mean?
That sounds like a bigger scale of TARP out there. That's crazy.
It is, yeah. It's going to be it gives me original like Daisy vibes, right? But the enemy can shoot at you rather than being zombies. Like Arma Daisy style, but the graphics are immensely better. There are objectives. There are certain things that you need to do. As you can see, there's no real UI, so it is a real milsim. You got to pay attention. Like, oh, those are my guys, right?
I fucking love that. I'm gonna kill so many of my teammates on accident, but I fucking love that.
Knowing where your teammates are, knowing who your teammates are, not firing on friendlies, not you know what I mean, paying attention to what to take down, right? Like when to shoot, when not to shoot. I mean, you have the entire opportunity to have like your entire team set up to go and fill the center of the map, which is like a major village, large scale village that's kind of spread out a bit, where the AI are. The AI are engaging another team, right? On another, like from a different group, or maybe even the same group. And you can literally just sit there and wait. And then pick off stragglers. There's nothing to stop that from happening. Yeah, third party, but to the max. Like, you could be watching people prepping for a third-party thing and waiting for that to be finished up. Like, it's ridiculous. So it's really cool. It's a big endeavor. I think they're gonna have a lot of fun making it. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun playing it. As long as they do this the right way, we'll see how everything happens after the closed beta, the closed alpha, and how that goes. I do have some friends that are doing it, so I wonder how that's actually going to go through. We'll probably be hearing about it after it gets done, and we'll see how that looks. It may be on our channels, it might not. I don't know yet. It's way too early to tell, to be honest.
Definitely. And let's also remember to take a step back. This is still an alpha.
That's what I'm saying.
It's very possible that this dies in beta, and I really hope it doesn't. Like, honestly, fingers crossed. This looks fantastic.
I mean, it's got a lot of hype too, man. Like, already.
Yeah. But we've also seen a lot of games build a lot of hype in their alpha stages, and then fall flat on their face the moment launch comes around. So I'm staying wary because it looks almost too good to be true. Yeah, but exactly. I'm wanting it to stay good.
I am too. I'm also keeping an eye on a lot of the other pages from a lot of the other games that I'm recognizing a lot of the user stuff in, because I'm looking at some things that may or may not cause some form of legal discrepancies. And I'm sure I'm sure you're probably seeing some of the same things too from the video footage. Like, there's a lot of things that feel a little too familiar.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but I mean, I have high hopes for it to be great. Even if it doesn't, like, go big scale, like, oh, this is amazing. Like, even if it's just small scale, whatever. Yeah, I'd still play it. Like,
yeah,
that's fine. Like, I'm
worried about this. There's a lot of copyright stuff that I'm even seeing just in the normal gameplay right here.
Yeah.
That are going to cause some legal issues, because they've happened to Call of Duty, they've happened to Arma. They've happened to every other shooter on this world.
Pretty much every milsim.
They're going to get hit hard once this actually starts releasing to paid customers, because luckily it's an alpha right now, so they can use these models. But once it actually starts making some money, they're going to be in some legal issues.
It's
honestly,
possible, unless
in
they
Power
got
World,
correct copyrights and things.
If Power World's allowed to exist, I say fuck it, go for it. Like,
for sure. I just hope that none of it is enough to halt it in beta.
Yeah. Like, I want
alpha
to
go good, but I want beta to be like all-star level good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, I was even just looking at this video clip, that is a Hollow Sun reticle, and it clearly says Hollow Sun on the side of it.
Yeah.
So they're using trademarked items with the trademark clearly visible.
Yeah.
So like, they gotta start scrubbing up on that
unless
stuff.
They were allowed. Unless they were, they owned the rights.
They could have gotten some licensing.
Yeah, it's way too early for us to know shit. So
yeah,
I agree. Like, it's too early for us to say anything, but at the same time, it's like, it's enough for us to know, like, okay, this is going to be worth keeping an eye on.
Absolutely,
for sure.
Well, that being said, and talking about Gray Zone, seeing a couple of bits of gameplay here and there, we're going to go ahead and go into, what was that other game that you were talking about?
Incursion Red Zone, or Red Ward. So me and Imperfecta actually found this on a fluke. Up in the middle of the night, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and we were like, we need something to fucking go shoot, man. And we pulled this game up. It's cool. It's fucking cool. So I think it's also gonna have a little bit of issues as far as the developing goes, not as far as any other weird stuff. It's just developing. Because there's a lot of fucking. I got some hope. I got high hopes for this one. I actually do have high hopes for this one. I really don't want to see this one fail at all. But it's cool. Imagine yourself in Vietnam, and you're in the now time, and you're a mercenary, and your job is to go in and accomplish missions to get paid for them. So Tarkov PvE against an AI that will shoot you back, and they do know how to shoot. It's a lot of fun. Me and Irish have done some footage on it on stream. Me and Imperfecta have done some on stream. It looks really clean. It's got a nice clean crafting system for your weapons. It's completely customizable in the weapons. You can actually, when you find a weapon on the ground, you can tear it all the way down to the receivers. It's really nice. Everything is the correct what do you call it? Like you can only put certain things on certain weapons. You know what I mean? That you can outfit your weapon. The correct compatibility. Thank you. It's an extremely fun game. Just like you're seeing with this night footage, it looks really clean. The way everything runs. There are certain things I would like to see change, like the reticle on some of the scopes. The brightness of it needs to definitely come down a bit. It's way too bright. But the way it flows, it's really fun. It's really clean, really simple. You get dropped off. It's the same info every time. Right now, there's only one map. Obviously, it's in the alpha stage, but you drop in, you go, you accomplish a mission, or you don't take a mission. You just drop in, you go, and you loot, and you get shit so you can sell it. You know what I mean? Make some money so you can get better weapons. And then you exfil on one of the many different exfil points. And they're along the sides of the map. There are small, certain objectives that you have to do. There's somewhere you got to plant bugs to listen in to what's going on within that, enemy faction. Or there's somewhere you got to plant bombs and destroy shit. There you got to retrieve valuable data. There's a bunch of different missions, right? There's high value target stuff and everything. It's really cool. I enjoy it. There's no time limit on it. The exfils have time limits, so the exfils will be closed within a certain time limit, and then they open up after a certain time limit. So, and they're all separate. So it's not like you have to wait 5 minutes because they're all closed. No, it'll just be the one that you were at is closed, but the one across the map might be open. So planning is important. Your loadout system is important, especially with a teammate, or multiple teammates. How you maneuver on the map is very important. So learning your terrain features and everything like that's important. Like a lot of people are probably going to try to find the best way. There is no best way. I've played on the map. The map is really well done. There is a million different ways to approach a target, and the AI are patrolling consistently, and they're random. They patrol randomly, so it's never the same way twice, and it's also never the same weapon systems on those enemies at the same time. Really, really, really well made as far as that goes, the planning aspect of it, which I'm sure Arcanite can agree. Playing milsims, having to have a team that's actually willing to play the correct way and planning out how you're going to do the entire mission, it just adds another flavor to the game. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
what you're going to do.
Are you trying to take a punch at me for earlier today?
No, I'm saying like the way you plan out a mission. You can't plan out Fallujah. You cannot plan fucking Fallujah. We're not going down. That's another podcast. I would love to sit down and do an actual FPS podcast with like me, you, and Arcanite. I would love to do that. Like,
speaking of
Fallujah,
if we want,
what?
If we all talk about Fallujah, it is also on sale on Steam right now. By far, one of the best milsim
You
games.
shut your mouth. You have not played with me yet, and you're talking like you play the shit out of it.
I've not played it yet. Not with you,
motherfucker. Okay, we're playing that tonight. We get off the stream. You're getting on. We're playing tonight.
Oh my.
I played on another person's account. It's a fantastic game. I have not gotten it on my account yet. So
we're playing it tonight. Shut your mouth. We're playing it tonight.
So aggressive.
So fucking aggressive.
I'm doing this with you tonight. I don't give a shit. I didn't know you played Arcanite. I fucking love you. We're doing this tonight.
I fucking love you. We're going to fucking die tonight, brother. Okay.
Yeah, you're going into this hellhole.
Touch tips on Titanfall 2 for a minute here. And talk about recent gameplay. It is a pain in the ass to get online if you don't know how to add a certain policy. But besides that, it's still a lot more fun, and I enjoy it way more than I will ever enjoy fucking Apex. But anyway, besides that,
absolute garbage.
But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and play some gameplay of it, and I'll let Monarch take over here for a little bit and talk about Titanfall 2. Go ahead.
Where to start? I'm going to start with some of the most recent Titanfall 2 issues that has come up. The DDoS that has started happening in 2021, that was fully fixed in 23. So that's not a worry anymore. Respawn decided to actually do shit about it. Thank God. But even before that, there is a modded launcher out there that basically allows you to choose your server. You have a server browser, you can add different mods and the other stuff to different games. And that's the North Star that was released, I think, late 21, 22. So even if you don't want to do vanilla, there's still that. Basically, the modders went, Respawn's not fixing this shit, we'll do it ourselves. So I just want to start out with that. And then Titanfall 2, another big issue I have is just Respawn being overconfident in the game. They didn't do a lot of advertising, so it kind of flopped, especially considering adding to that advertising, they released it between Call of Duty Infinite Warfare and Battlefield 1.
I kind of disagree with you on that, man. I mean, in 2016 when this game released, like the player base on this game was massive.
It
Call of
flopped
Duty
comparatively.
Now, say those two Call of Duty names again, because I just want you to hear yourself.
One was
say the
Battlefield
two
1,
names.
one was Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Infinite Warfare was almost the worst Call of Duty that was ever made.
I've never played it, that is what I've heard. I do agree it's the worst, but comparatively, I forgot to write down the numbers. I know
Do you know why they made that Call of Duty?
Well, let me finish with this.
Titanfall 2 was coming out, bro. Like,
Infinite Warfare
so
sold 14 million copies on release. Titanfall 2 sold 4 million.
Mm-hmm.
It flopped comparatively. And eventually Titanfall 3 was canceled for Apex Legends. Pisses me the fuck off.
Oh, bro, 100% agree.
Going on there. Very often, if you don't want to pay $30 for a game released in 2016, which I think it's fully worth the $30, but if for some reason you don't, fair enough. It does often go on sale for under $10. You just got to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, it's not under there right now.
It's not right now, unfortunately.
Wait. It says it's included with EA Play, though.
So, if you have that, you might be able to play it. Highly recommend at least checking it out. It
What about
does,
the DLCs?
for the multiplayer, it does. A lot of people who's hung around with it, a lot of them are sweats. It's going to be hard to get in as a new player, and its learning curve is more of a learning cliff face. As Purple had realized when he was playing with me.
What about the DLC stuff, dude?
The DLC stuff is more just looks. It's a different model of your Titan. It's not important. You have basically, for lack of a better term, a prime version of the Titan model and a normal version. And most of the DLC is just a prime version of the Titan model, which changes the look slightly. It doesn't do much else. It's not like pay to win. You get this DLC, now you have all these new weapons. No, it's you get this DLC, now you have a new skin.
Yeah,
it's not super important. You don't need it.
No.
I got it because I'm a huge fan of this game. This is the only game that has actually made me want to 100% it, and the only game I actually speed ran.
You speed ran Titanfall.
Yes, the first time I speed ran Titanfall 2 campaign, I did not learn the skips or speedrun strats, and I still got 2 hours and 25 minutes. That is how much I had played the campaign.
You're a true gamer.
And then after that, my goal was to get under 2 hours because I could see I could do it, so I started learning 2 skips I didn't know beforehand, or at least I knew of but never practiced, and eventually I reached 1 hour and 58 minutes.
Yeah, true gamer status right there. If you've ever speedrun your favorite game, you're a true gamer.
The movement in it is so great, which Purple was going on and on about when we were playing.
It is so great.
It's so smooth. It's entirely It's very much momentum based. If you run on the ground for combat and PvP, you are slow.
You will get fucked.
So I have a question for you.
Quickly.
I have a question for you, Monarch. I've got 3 questions for you, dude. 2 of them gameplay, one of them lore. I'll start with the lore one because that's probably the easiest one to answer for you because you don't have to go too in depth if you don't want to. Which I'm fine with. But I played a little bit of Titanfall 1 with my buddy Bobohan, if you've seen him on our channel. I wasn't too crazy. Again, I'm a Fallout fan, you know what I mean? So I didn't really get into Titanfall too much. But the lore, I don't know. Is it deep? Is it rich?
I haven't done much research, and most of the research I've done is more of the surface level entry, and it's not incredibly deep. I'm sure if I played more Titanfall 1 and I did a lot of deep diving, I could get more lore.
So they want you in the multiplayer. So they want you.
They want you to do the campaign is beautiful. You will learn some of the lore from the campaign. You will not learn all of it. In fact, it even references an event in Titanfall 1 in Titanfall 2 that Cooper was a part of.
Okay, cool.
Who you play in the campaign. So that's just a little tidbit I want to throw out there.
Yeah, so it's not the craziest. It's not the craziest thing, but the gameplay is more what they focused on. Okay, that's fair.
You do not need to know the story to enjoy the story.
Okay, got it. That's fair. All right. And then as far as gameplay and everything, too, there's explain to me in the best way you can, like okay, so how it works to get your Titan, right? So that's one big thing I've always wondered, like how does that work? Because can you have it at any time? Is it like a certain point in the game?
ready
Is
for-
it
you ready for the
unlock
simple
it,
answer?
or yeah?
You play the game.
No,
It's
I
a
mean
mix- that's it. It's a mix of time, and you can decrease that time with there is actually one equip little booster you can equip to your loadout, which
Mhm.
for anytime you do damage to another enemy Titan, either your Titan meter, which is what it's called, or your core meter
Oh.
increases faster.
Okay, so
So,
that and then, like
if I lose
killing
my
other players
Titan,
and things like that.
I can go with a what's it, like, it's an arc weapon where it shoots out an orb that just flies slowly work and shock any Titans near it. I can go out and within 2 minutes with that core thing, if I have positioned myself well, I can have my Titan ready to go again.
Okay, cool. So
it's
that
a-
it's a
And
mix.
it's a mix
It's a
of
mix.
time.
Okay, so that's cool. And then the movement, because that's the biggest thing about this game, right?
Yes.
Explain to me a little bit about the movement and how that works.
Wall running, sliding, flying, jumping,
Tabby.
double jumping. That's what it boils down to. If you run, you can do that to do it, but normally what you're going to see people doing instead of running is slide hopping. It's similar to bunny hopping, but instead of just bunny hopping, you're constantly sliding and keeping the momentum and getting more. In fact, on the gauntlet
Perpetual
run, there are some
movement.
people who can slide run and get up to, like, I think it's 60 kilometers an hour.
So it's perpetual movement. Okay,
Momentum. It's momentum based.
momentous movement. Okay,
If
cool.
you miss
And then,
a
'cause I
hop,
saw- I
you can
s- I
fix
see-
it by hopping on a wall running, and then hopping off that wall real quick, and then slide hopping away.
Okay,
You can
'cause
also
it's
with
like
that hook that you just saw Purple use, you can slingshot yourself across the map.
Okay.
It's momentum based. I highly recommend
Okay.
the game. I love it. It's smooth.
The Titans, how diverse are they? Like how diverse
There
is like your
are-
Titan loadouts? Is it like a
There
loadout
are
system or like how
7
does it work?
separate main Titans you can choose from.
Okay.
You got Ronin, which is basically the weave. It's a sword and a shotgun.
Okay.
There is Tone, which is, I think, what Purple is using in this. And it is basically a plasma. You were using Ion? Oh, that's right, you were.
Ion.
That was the laser core. Sorry. That means Tone. I got Tone and Ion mixed up. I never usually use them. Tone, you have an autocannon, basically. It has auto lock-on, so you hit an enemy Titan 3 times, and it locks on. You can shoot rockets at them. It's basically an autocannon, a support, mid-long range support. Scorch
Okay.
is my secondary main Titan, and he has a grenade launcher that shoots thermite grenades. Titan-sized thermite grenades.
Of course, it's
That is not my main, that is my secondary.
fire.
Then you have Legion, which has these are just the main guns, and then in each, whatever. Legion has a minigun, and it is probably considered the most chatter-based in the community just because of some of the lines he has. For example, one of them, because each Titan will talk to you, they have their own lines, they have their own voice, have their own OS voice.
So it's
and
an AI.
Yeah, it literally
Okay.
is. You are a pilot controlling a Titan with its AI.
Okay.
He is your partner.
I
Or
see.
she
Okay,
is your
cool.
partner. If you play the campaign, you'll have BT 7274, but continuing on with that, you have North Star, which is a sniper, railgun sniper. You can charge up
Okay.
your shots for more damage, or you can just shoot it quickly, which does basically nothing. You have Ion, which is the laser not plasma, the laser, what is it, Gauss sort of thing. And then my main is actually Monarch, who is the most all-rounder. She is not great at anything, but she is good at adjusting to the situation.
Yeah. Okay.
You can see me
So,
using Scorch right now
What
in
about-
there.
So the weapon systems, they come with their own.
They come with their own
presets,
main
so
weapon.
It's not a loadout. It more so the Titan itself is the loadout. Okay.
The
Interesting.
things that
That's-
can change are the boosters you get for the different. In the bottom left-hand corner when it's Titan, you can see the symbols. You can change the boosters with Monarch. Monarch is the only Titan that stands out with the core meter. Every other, there you can see some of the options right there. He just brought it up. Every other Titan, its core meter, it goes up, and you use the core, and it's like some power super special. With Legion, it's homing bullets. With Scorch, it's a wave of fire. With Ion, it's a laser beam. With Tone, it's Flight Core, where you fly up and you shoot rockets that will home on where you're aiming. With Ronin, it's Sword Core, where your sword does more damage. North Star, I don't quite remember, and Tone, I always get Tone and Ion mixed up. Oh yeah, Tone, I think I said, but North Star, I don't quite remember. Monarch is the weird one. Instead of having that single... Yeah, North Star's a Cyber. Instead of having that single booster, or that single ultimate huge damage, Monarch slowly upgrades over time. And you can change what the upgrades are. You each separate you upgrade 3 tiers, and each tier has its own upgrade that's based around something.
That's true, Tabby. I'm sorry you can't use that sound here. But no, yeah, that's sick. Yeah, I've always been interested in the game. Never messed with it though.
You should get it. I will happily play Titanfall 2 with you anytime.
Yeah,
it is a very fun game.
I've always seen it. It looks good. It looks like it's something that would be enjoyable.
I will give a forewarning for the campaign. If you play the campaign and your favorite loadout is Brute, you will never see him in multiplayer. Also, that's because he kind of sucks in multiplayer. He would probably kind of suck in multiplayer, and he's not great in the campaign. But I have seen people who love him in the campaign.
It also seems like it's like there's PvP and a PvE style in the.
There is a PvE mode.
Okay.
PvE mode, you are in a team of 4, and your goal is to protect the Harvester. And there are four main difficulties for it. I can't remember them all right off the top of my head. I usually only play easy or normal because I don't feel like destroying myself, and I usually don't have a team of 4 people who have played it as much as me to do hard. I cannot carry in hard. I can carry in easy, I cannot carry in hard.
That's cool. So that's interesting. Big game back in the day. Definitely a huge fan favorite across the FPS world. Titanfall has always been on the forefront of everybody's list of, honorable mentions in gaming.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It did win a ton of awards. They made Apex, so the company that made Titanfall also made Apex. If you love Apex, you would definitely love this game.
I don't know, man.
Honestly, take Apex movement and improve it, and you got Titanfall movement.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you enjoyed Apex, you would definitely love this game for sure.
I feel like this game is a lot more faster than Apex, because honestly, Apex got like half of the fucking movement for the game in general.
This game is vertical and movement in combat.
And on top of that, the gunplay for this game is a lot better than Apex, in my opinion.
That's my point. Is like, that's my point exactly. Is that if you enjoyed Apex, you're gonna absolutely love this game. It's
I don't know about
your mind.
Guns, but I know Titanfall guns. Most guns are actually hip-fireable, and you're relatively accurate hip-fire. You're not super accurate, but you're relatively accurate.
Yeah. Once I stopped trying to aim, I just started doing a little bit better. In general, I was like, look, it's in front of me. I just pull the fucking trigger, and usually it'll die. So like,
and each gun has its own recoil pattern. My favorite gun, the Flatline, its recoil pattern is just sideways. It does not recoil up and down. It draws a flat line.
Literally. So yeah, Titanfall 2, great game. Get it on Steam if you can, or wait for it to go on sale, or even use their Origin Pass, or even Xbox Game Pass, where it comes with Origin to be able to play it. I do highly recommend it. Just try not to start off in the multiplayer right away. Try and start campaign, go in a little bit of harder difficulty, play some PvE. There are a couple of different game modes, as you might see from time to time. Not just the PvE, but you'll be able to go and capture points. You'll be able to just do straight up team deathmatch, and then there's a mix between like this PvE team deathmatch mode that I actually quite enjoyed, where you kill the team's enemies that are AI, and then you kill the team members as well. And then on top of that, the other thing that I did enjoy is that you can be a little bit of a bastard, run up on other Titans and steal their batteries, and then use them for yourself. So it is a very aggressive, fast-paced game. If you are looking for something not necessarily new, but very interesting to play and to get out of your comfort zone, I highly recommend this game. It's been a long time since I played it, because I played it originally, I think it was like Xbox, and I slept on it for PC for so long, and honestly, like I prefer this over Apex any day. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem like Respawn is going to be working on Titanfall 3 anytime soon, and I'm not too sure if we want the same Respawn team that's been making Apex stuff lately to make a new game, or make a new Titanfall game, because it would be very much a live service game, or very much a huge money grab.
I don't want to see any more live service games.
Yeah. So
I'm done with it.
I want Titanfall 3. I don't know if I want Respawn to make Titanfall 3. At least
Yeah,
not the current
exactly.
team.
Yeah, so that's the one thing, and unfortunately, as much as we don't want to see more live service games, it looks like it's going to be in the direction that a lot of gaming companies are going to go because of Helldiver's success. But like anything else, you can only clone something so much before it becomes a flop. With all that being said and done, we went through a lot of stuff today. We're about to hit a 2-hour mark. I do really appreciate everybody that came by today. If there's anything any of you would like to add on any of the subjects that we went over today, just please let's go ahead and talk about it.